Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to look at AVAX, also known as Avalanche. Although, looking at this chart, you should call it the reverse avalanche, right? Avalanches go down. This has only gone up. Our initial tier up, some cool off period, no pun intended, break up, cool off period, market correction, prolonged cool off. We're ready to go again. Tier up period. Where are we now? Are we going to get some cool off? What if we do have some prolonged cool off again, like AVAX has done in the past? Well, let's look at the level we want to be watching. The clear level for me, and where I'll be loading up on AVAX personally, is going to be right around this $40 level. I don't know if we'll get lucky enough to go down that far. I'm not saying we're going down there, but if we by chance happen to wick down here, I would love to load up on AVAX at this level. This is going to be a nice floor, in my opinion. Looking at the weekly, this is our 8-week SMA. Tends to be a decent level of support when you're making big moves. We'll get to more of this on the daily chart, even more handy on the daily. We'll get to that in just a moment. If we by chance continue to close under this 8-day, maybe we get a brief wick down to the 21-week EMA, and that right now is around $43. Could we wick slightly below it? Sure. Is it worth it to risk it? Not really. If we start coming down a little bit more, I'm definitely going to load my bags up as much as I can around this level. This 21-week EMA would be a nice bounce, in my opinion, and maybe we, blast off from there to our next tier up. Let's go look at the 5-day Gaussian channel. For AVAX, we're not even close to it, right? That is a super bullish sign. If your coin is well above the 5-day Gaussian channel, you're sitting pretty. All right, so again, look at this level to pull back, kind of that $39, $40 level. Now notice the 5-day Gaussian channel upticking here. Usually that top line will be a nice initial support, and then as you're seeing this uptick here, so maybe over the next handful of weeks, maybe if this is a big if Bitcoin continues to have a prolonged correction, then altcoins in general, not just AVAX, could have a temporary pullback, right? So if we get lucky enough, right, AVAX is looking like it's trying to uptick already again. So certainly that is on the cards, right? It could just melt up from here. Not saying we're going down any more than this, but say, look at this level. This would be the luckiest moment of your life if you're looking to load up on AVAX. See how these kind of would be at that same level? See how this downtrend is continuing to perhaps play out, right? Barring the reverse avalanche again. If we can just continue in this channel and maybe mid-November, we somehow are down here and Bitcoin's still correcting or whatever. This one possible scenario, this would likely be the lowest you're ever going to see AVAX again, in my opinion. If we're lucky enough to get there, that is where I personally will be loading up. I have some AVAX already. However, I would like to add more because I do think AVAX is a solid project. I think AVAX, this next leg up, will be at least $200. You heard it here first. I think AVAX is going to at least 200, if not higher. I think 200 is a solid projection for AVAX. Maybe we get lucky to come down here. Maybe it's worth it if you're looking to get more. Just DCA, dollar cost average in, right? Buy a little bit here, and if we go lower, then just buy more. But another line of support, say we don't go down that far. Your next line of support, right on that $50. You can see some wicks in here. You got some level of support back in here. So maybe 50 if we come now. Like I said before, we could just be starting to go up now and break this downtrend. So we've already kind of wicked off of this area. So that might be all AVAX needed to completely melt up again. Again, no pun intended on the melt avalanche. So now we're going to look at the daily chart on Avalanche and look at what I was talking about earlier. Notice this 8-day SMA. Nice hold support. When that breaks and closes below, the 21-day EMA tends to be nice support. So look where we are now. We want this to cross back up. You want the 8-day crossing above your 21-day EMA. And look what's happening, right? Look at the last time this happened. Case in point right here. I'll draw a big old circle for you. There you go. Cross, and now we could potentially be doing that again. So watch for that. If Avalanche continues to hold both of these lines and pull away from them, then likely it's getting ready to reverse Avalanche again, back up the hill. So that's Avalanche in a nutshell today. What I'm watching for, You know, over the next handful of days, handful of weeks, I think altcoins are going to get out of hand here between now and Thanksgiving-ish. I think altcoins are going to explode, absolutely obliterate more than anything you've ever seen before. So Avalanche is certainly in that case. I mean, look at what it's capable of doing. Avalanche is a super solid project. I am a firm believer in it. It's in my top 10 for sure. So maybe it is for you too. Maybe that's why you're watching this video. Wouldn't be surprised. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at littering end 84. 84. We're at extreme greed. We can stay here for a while. Nice trend. We want to look for making higher highs and not making lower lows if we want to continue, you know, our uptrend in price as a crypto as a whole. So 70 is that kind of floor level. So we'll see where we are today with our little bit of a pullback. We'll see where we are tomorrow, and it'll be interesting to note. We follow this on a daily basis. All right, car of the day, Ferrari F50. My favorite Ferrari, probably of all time. Timeless. Just a bunch of timelesses. All right, quote of the day by Mr. Tony Robbins. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Change your life. If you want to change your life, you got to change your life. Don't do the same things. You got to do something different if you want something different. Watch out for those teeth. Said that in the last video, cracked myself up. I crack myself up a lot. I have to sometimes. All right. I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully this helps somebody. AVAX in 6 minutes.